to the 2020 National Invitational Challenge Award Ceremony. My name is Robert Lemming, the National Director of the We the People programs at the Center for Civic Education. On behalf of the Center and our network of civic education enthusiasts, congratulations to all the students and teachers for participating in the 2020 National Invitational Challenge. You have not only demonstrated your knowledge of government and the Constitution, but you've demonstrated courage and conviction during this time of crisis. On Saturday, we witnessed 36 congressional hearings on the Zoom platform. This is pretty impressive and quite an accomplishment. You students were just absolutely fabulous. I want to thank the 18 national judges, the 6 hearing facilitators, center staff, and especially Maria Gallo, Director of Professional Development and Special Projects, and Mark Gage, the Director of Publishing and Digital Content at the Center for Civic Education, for their tireless efforts to make this competition possible. I also want to thank the staff of the Indiana Bar Foundation for all of its help. And finally, I want to acknowledge World Strides for doing the right thing by refunding the entire National Invitational travel packages to all of the classes. Let's now take a moment to introduce the 6 classes who participated in the National Invitational Challenge. First up, Faith Lutheran Middle School from Nevada, the Maroon class, and their teacher, Tish Carroll. Another class from Faith Lutheran Middle School from Nevada, the Gold class, and their teacher, Tish Carroll. Fishers Junior High School from Indiana, and their teacher, Mike Fasald. Sanford Middle School from Florida, and their teacher, Jennifer Cousin. South Seminole Academy from Florida, and their teacher, Robert Adamowitz. And finally, Stanley British Primary School from Colorado, and their teacher, Mike Walensky, and Susan Cleveland. Congratulations to all the students and teachers participating in the 2020 National Invitational. On December 23rd, 1776, Thomas Paine wrote in The American Crisis, "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands by it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value." 7 long years later, on April 19th, 1783, Paine finally wrote, "These are the times that tried men's souls, and they are over. But to pass from extremes of danger to safety, though sweet in contemplation, requires a gradual composure of senses to receive it." We all hope that at some time in the future, these words will ring true for the generation facing our current crisis. Chuck Quigley is stepping down as Executive Director of the Center for Civic Education after starting the center in 1965. To put this in perspective, 10 presidents have held office since the center began. For over a half of a century, Chuck Quigley has been the leader in developing civic education programs in this country and around the world. In 1987, he created the We the People program with a grant from the Commission on the Bicentennial of the Constitution and Bill of Rights. In April 1996, Chuck invited me to visit the war-torn country of Bosnia-Herzegovina to work with educators interested in learning about civic education. That trip changed my life in significant ways. 2 years later, in 1998, Chuck hired me to lead the We the People program. Over the years, Chuck has been the primary author for most of the center's publications. After stepping down, Chuck plans to continue thinking and writing about government and constitutional issues and developing curriculum. For Chuck, it has always been about the kids. Let's take a moment and applaud and thank Chuck Quigley for his exceptional career. Now, what you've been patiently waiting for, the results of the 2020 National Invitational Challenge. Tonight's awards include 3 honorable mentions, the Special Unit Award, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st places. The first honorable mention goes to South Seminole Academy. The next honorable mention goes to Faith Lutheran Middle School, the Maroon class. The third honorable mention goes to Faith Lutheran Middle School, the Gold class. Now our Special Unit 5, What Does the Bill of Rights Protect? Unit Award. This award is to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment and is eligible to all of the classes. And the winner is Stanley British Primary School. Now 3rd place. The winner is Stanley British Primary School. Second place, the winner is Sanford Middle School. And now, first place in the 2020 We the People National Invitational Challenge. The national champion is Fishers Junior High. This concludes the National Invitational Challenge Award Ceremony. Thanks to all the students and teachers for their fantastic participation, and thanks to everyone else involved in this year's event. Be safe and have a great life.